this episode of What's Up Guy Garage, we're going to go ahead and make two upgrades. The first upgrade is going to be actually switching over to my Canon 80D. I've been trying to figure out if it's something that I can actually feasibly switch over to, seeing how, you know, my videos are just whatevers. So, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. So let's see what it looks like. So now this is what it looks like on the Canon 80D. Focus, I think, is a little bit slower. I think, maybe, but maybe more detailed too, in a sense. So the second upgrade or change that we're going to be doing is on BigBlacks PLOW. So on BigBlack, right over there, we've gone ahead and replaced the directional bulbs. And I'll show you what we've replaced that with. Obviously, I switched over to LED. So on this PLOW, it has this style of headlight, which is called an intensifier. Directional bulbs there. And I've actually upgraded already the halogen bulb in there with a Hikari LED bulb, and that has been a phenomenal change. You want to talk about calling these intensifier lights? Now they are intense. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and replace these bulbs with what's called a LED switchback. And what an LED switchback is literally all it is it's a bulb that will display a white color first, just like kind of having like a driving light, and then when you hit the directional or hazards, it's going to flash to that optional amber side of the bulb. So these are what's called a switchback LED bulb. So you can see that it has both amber and white LEDs that basically circle the entire circumference of the bulb itself on three sides, like a triangle. Then it also has a projection bulb, and you can see that you have a white light there, and then amber there and there. I'm going to go ahead and install these. I think the only thing that is of any consequence or issue is making sure that when we install these, we're actually going to have to take the truck and move the truck and plug it in. We don't have to hook it up or mount it. We just want to hook up the lights when we do plug it in. You know, that's that 50-50 shot, whether if it's going to be positive or negative. Let's get that done. I'm sitting on a flashlight. Low fuel. What else is new? BigBlacks always low on fuel. Those mirrors. Look at those mirrors, man. I'm telling you. Doing like I said, I'm doing like that. I'm doing a mix-up of different recording devices. So I'm still using my Note 8 right there, right now, sitting on the Fisher parts tray. But BigBlacks all pulled up now, and what we're going to do is take the wires, hook them up to BigBlack right there. You know what I'll do? I'm only going to do one side. That makes sense. That way tonight I can show you the difference. Yeah, that's a good idea. So first what we have to do, leave some of the parts tray stuff here because we're not going to need that stuff. Come around to this side, and you can see we've got one screw on this side, and then we've got one screw here and one screw there. So this side I'm going to call the inboard. So the inboard on the right side has two screws, and the outboard on the left side has two screws. So what you need to have for yourself is what's called a T20. Focus, T20 bit. And we're going to go ahead and take out these screws first. You can see the cover already starts to come out loose. Now what we're going to do is use the factory Fisher parts tray. Just throw the screws right there so we don't lose them. Now we're going to come over on this side. I'm going to take this one out. Get in there. Focus. Right on the Fisher parts tray. Now the way these covers come off is there's actually two like little inset tabs. One there, one there. There's two guides. There's a guide up here and there's a guide down here. And there's two little tabs, like I was saying, that kind of fit in to that section. So what you do is you just go ahead and take your hand and you pry away on that side and just kind of like gently, kind of like, it sounds like you're smashing it, but you're not. You just kind of just like pull away. And see what I was saying? You get like that guide pin right there. So you get a guide pin there, guide pin there. And then when you look at the side of this, focus, you can see it's got those tabs right there. Focus. Wow, why is it so having such a hard time focusing? So you can see right now I've already replaced my halogen gross yellow bulbs with the Hikari LEDs. And focus. Take forever to focus. So you can see that that's an H139008 and it's a Hikari. So this is the driver right here, and that just like sits right in there. So in order to pull this out, two ways you can do it. You can go ahead and release the clip that's right here by pulling back and then popping out this plug right here. It's actually not necessary to do that like that, but then you can take your fingers and you put them inside and you rotate the actual bulb holder itself counterclockwise like this, and it's like a quarter of a turn, and just carefully pull the bulb out. Then we're going to come over to the parts tray. I don't know if there's going to be like a difference. We'll see. We'll see if using this is going to be any better than using the Note 8. Supposedly this is supposed to be better. Because what I want to do, I want to make it so that you can actually see what's going on here. Take the bulb out of its package. Now this is a 50-50 shot, whether if this is going to be right or not. And you just very carefully just wiggle it out. There you go. And again, like I said, I mean, this is plug and play. So, I mean, you're just basically taking the bulb and you're just going to plug it in. And hope, hope to God that you actually get it right. We're all set on that. So right now, all we're going to do is we're just going to check and see if we've got the polarity right on this bulb. That'll be as easy as just literally plugging it in. Alright, so it's definitely working. So now you just go ahead, put the bulb back in, give it a clockwise turn, and you hear it kind of click in place. Now, get a shot of the front. It's not doing that thing. That's obviously the camera. Now I just went ahead and put the directional on, and that is absolutely incredible. The brightness is phenomenal. So here, I'll set it up so that you can see both of them. Right there like that. I mean, that bulb right there, that's actually on. You can't even tell. So now what we'll do is we'll throw on just the parking lights. So now even with parking lights on, I mean, that's going to be beautiful. That's nice. I like that. Cool. So that's what we had before. Just a dim old junky bulb. Now we've got the LED switchback, and that's going to be absolutely beautiful. I know it's kind of funny, but I am actually curious. So I did say that it was going to be a 50-50 shot whether if I put the bulb in the right way, positive and negative. Let's check and see if I'm actually right on that. So it's actually on right now. And once I pull this out, you'll see that it was on. So the bulb is active right now. So let's pull that out. Flip it 180. Pop it back in. It doesn't matter. That's a riot. Are you kidding me? So, I guess nowadays, it doesn't matter. I'll tell you, one thing that actually I think is going to be cool about that, the big thing with PLOW lights and people switching over to LEDs, I actually think this is going to be a huge benefit. Because the only time that I use it is in the cold anyway. And they talk about struggle that people have with LEDs and using them for headlights, especially like with plowing, is that there's not enough heat generated by the bulbs to clear, in effect, the fogging and the icing that happens on these housings in general anyway. So now putting it back together, it's just as easy as taking those 3 T20 screws that are on the parts tray. That was funny. Camera stopped. Don't know why. I can actually see that this is going to be a better quality looking at the screen that's on the side there. So anyway, putting the cover on, might as well just go ahead and kind of like clean stuff while you're here. Just clean some of the grime that's there, that occurs. But same thing on the inside cover. Just kind of clean it up a little bit while you've got it open. Can't hurt, right? So putting the cover back on, I've got my ballast, so I just want to make sure that I kind of stuff that in there. And then it's basically just making sure that you line those tabs up. I mean, it sounds like you're breaking it, but you're not. Or at least I'm not. And then putting the 3 screws back in. I'm going to do the inboard screws first on this right side light. 1 focused in there. Cannot tell if that's in the shot. I believe it is. 2. And then for the last one, which is the outboard screw, to make it 3. So now the only thing we have to do is now we have the few hours of waiting time. Basically, I gotta screw this piece back on carefully without breaking my Note 8. It's already got a chip on it in the bottom corner right there. Right now I actually have, wish you could see this, my hands are like struggling to hold both cameras. So right now I'm just holding both cameras. We'll see how it comes out. But that was just a simple little upgrade video of switching out the factory incandescent bulbs for the directionals for a switchback, which I'll leave a link in the description down below, over there, wherever. I don't know where the description is going to be, but I'll leave a link in the bottom anyway, somewhere, I guess, where the comments are or whatever. And I'll link to those bulbs. And I'm also going to do a night shot, so right now let's just end the video right here. Alright, so I wanted to get this done the right way. So what I'm doing is I shut off the outside LED lights to my house, which right now, I don't even know if this is even working. So, yeah, the point of this was to show you how well the switchbacks worked. So, right now, what I'm using is I'm using my Braun welding torch from Harbor Freight's got this cool Braun light. Harbor Freight. Get that cleared off. You see a little bit better. And what I'll do is I'll turn on the man, I can't even see. So I'll turn on the this has got different settings. There we go. I can't see nothing. All right, so I already got the truck in the on position so I can show you the directionals. And all we need right now, all we're going to be using is the parking lights. So right now, I'll shut off the Braun welding torch. So it's pitch black. And I'll put on just the parking lights. Okay? So what that is doing right now, the parking lights for my truck, those right there, those are actually the directional bulbs. So that used to be orange. And it actually almost acts like, you know, like a white fog light. So coming around to the front here, so I'll give you a look. So there's the intensifier bulb, just a regular incandescent. And what it's seeing right now, that is pretty much the brightness that you get out of that light. And then it's fogged up just because I had it open. Now, when you have that bulb, I mean, look how bright that is. So I'll step back. So now that's what we're looking at. So right now, when I'm plowing, without the headlights being on, this is just parking lights only. This is what I'm going to get. Now, I'm going to show you what the directional look like. And I just got to go back to the truck to look at that. All right, so go back to the truck. There we go. So now we've got the right directional going with the switchback. And I mean, look at how bright that is. I mean, you want to talk about an intense directional light? There's no way people aren't going to know that I'm taking a turn. I'm standing right now a good, I want to say, my guess is, what am I, like 10 feet away? I'm about 10 feet away from my truck right now. And that's how bright that directional bulb is now. So that's just insane. I'm going to put this camera down for now. And I'll angle it up. So I'm right in the center right now of the truck. About 10 feet away. So that's what it looks like. That is absolutely awesome. So thanks for watching this episode of What's Up Guy Garage. I just wanted to give you a nighttime view of what these switchback look like. So there's a switchback on this side for that intensifier and the regular incandescent bulb on that side. And I mean, like I said, it's like having an additional fog light or auxiliary light on your plow. And I mean, this is awesome. I'll just leave a link in the description. Thanks for watching this episode of What's Up Guy Garage. So you can see what's going on. Goes that. Almost lost the Note 8. I'll leave these bulb holes. So I don't even know why I came over to my truck. What was I doing? Maybe to shut it off. Why did I come over to my truck? I'll leave a link in just. I come over to my truck to shut the lights off? Anyway,